I had another thought in the last video I shared when I was talking about how God is training us um, to have the mind of the Spirit, which is a mind that has been set free by the gospel from legalistic, bondage-oriented thinking to being sons of God, knowing our liberty and our inheritance and the smile on his face so that we would be prepared to see him, right? Well, the picture I had in my mind actually was from, I think, Numbers, maybe a little like Joshua, when the saints were getting ready to take the good land. They were finally ready after a whole generation of unbelief, and the next generation had been raised up who would be led by Joshua and Caleb into the good land, and they were told to let the people who were ready for war parade in front of God's people in their armor, with their armor on. They were until God gave the signal to go, they were to parade in front of the people with their armor on. Well, for us, the armor is the gospel. We wear the armor so we can stand in the evil day. And we are those who have been woken up early, I guess, or woken up. Everybody says 2014. That's when they woke up. I haven't even thought about it like that, but it is interesting that so many people have told me, yeah, in 2014, that was when I really began to sense again, the Lord is coming soon, and it hasn't left me since, right? Well, what did that do? It produced fear and condemnation, which it shouldn't have, but because we were not clear on the truth of the gospel, that's where we were standing. So that produced a desperate seeking. How do I get right with God so I can be ready? And that led people on a seeking until they laid hold of the gospel. And God used various resources for you to come to that position. And now you are clothed somewhat, if not totally, with the armor of God, and you are standing. Well, now you need to turn and face your brothers and sisters who are just a little behind you in terms of that kind of revelation, and they don't want to even think about his coming because they don't have peace. And so now you need to preach peace to them. And that's what I'm sensing. If the Lord is not coming back tonight or tomorrow, the only reason we're here is to comfort the body of Christ. You could ignore the Lordshippers and those who have hardened themselves against the gospel, and those with a reprobate mind where it's clear that they cannot even think, right? Look for the ones who are in fear and trembling of some kind, wanting to be at peace with God but not sure how. And then your role is to at least be praying for them that they would enter into the rest and bring them into contact with the resources they need to get a hold of the truth. If you're not good at articulating the truth, give them a book or give them what helped you. But that's what we're here for. There's no other reason to be here but for the equipping of the body of Christ, so that we can all stand joyfully ready to receive him. If we're here, that's why we're here, for the building up of the body of Christ, for the edification of the saints. No other reason. All right, hopefully you can hear this. I'm in a noisy kids library. See ya.